So let's continue looking at relationships with entity framework. So as you know, our database over here is based on students having enrollments onto courses. So one student could be enrolled into multiple courses and one course could have multiple students enrolled into it. So we understand the relationship. Our table is very simple. As you saw previously, we just have student ID, name, we've got the enrollment ID, student ID, and the course ID that the student is enrolled onto. So here you can see that within our student class, we have the student ID, student name, and then we have this collection. And this is where a lot of people become stuck and they go, why do we actually need this collection? So with an entity framework, we know in the database the relationship between enrollments, because one student could be enrolled onto multiple courses. So we have the enrollment class here, which has enrollment ID, student ID who is enrolled, and the course ID they're enrolled onto. So here, this line throws a lot of people off. So first of all, they get thrown off by, why is it ICollection? Think of it like you are working in a bakery and you need a basket to put your cakes in. So in this instance, the cakes would be the enrollments that the student is in. And that basket needs to have a few things in it. Your basket needs to be able to open up, allow you to add a cake or remove a cake, see how many cakes are inside your basket. So that basket cannot be just any basket. It has to meet a certain condition. And this is where the interface comes in. So here, what we're saying is we don't care, a customer could walk in and give us a basket to put their cakes in. We don't care what type of basket it is, whether it's made out of wicker, made out of wood, made out of paper, as long as it allows us to put cakes in, pick them out, and see how many cakes are in the basket. So we don't really care about what it is. So this is where it comes to entity framework. You are saying, you know what, I am going to have a basket here, collection, okay? And that collection is going to hold some cakes, in this instance, enrollments. And that's all that you need to tell entity framework. And behind the scenes, entity framework, we don't care how it does it, but it has some things going on that we do not care. You don't really need to understand your car engine, for example, how it works, how the fuel flows from the tank over to the engine. You don't need to know that. That's the same concept here. You don't need to know all the underlying things and how it works. You just need to know that you have a steering wheel, or you have a basket, you have a car seat to sit on. That's all you care about. You have 4 seats in there. You never put 4 passengers. So it's the same concept. So here we've got this basket and this is going to hold the enrollment. So this kind of makes sense now in terms of our database, because one student can be enrolled into many courses, so multiple enrollments. So I hope this clarifies why we use ICollection here. This ICollection could be anything. It could be a list. It could be something that you made custom, a custom class, whatever it is. It needs to follow a certain rule, which is it must allow you to put something in it, take something out, see how many items are in your basket. So that's why this is known as the ICollection, because it's an interface. Just think of it as like a contract, a rule, a set of rules that need to be followed. So when you, for example, have a customer, they bring in a safe, a lock, and say to you, put cakes in, and you go, well, that's not what we agreed. We said we'd have a basket that let me put cakes in. You have basically got a safe lock that I cannot even open. So that doesn't meet the contract or the rule of what we agreed would be a basket.